All right, so life is not measured by the breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. And the unfortunate part is 95% of the world's population don't live this way. They don't live creating moments that take their breath away. And this is statistically been proven. There's statistics of like, what's the top 5% of the population, or who's the 1%, who's the 5%. Why? Because the other 95% have been groomed to live this lie, have been groomed to stay in this box, right? To live this box life, to live in this box house, to drive to their box car, to work, to go work in their box cubicle, to bring their box lunch, right? To drink out of their box juice, to come home and watch their box TV. That's life. That's what most people are conditioned to do, right? And I want to change that. I want to change that in a big, big way, right? Type of you want that to change for you. If you want that to change for you, if you want that to change for your clients, if you want that to change for those around you, type in the chat change and watch this video.
It is not death most people are afraid of. It is getting to the end of life only to realize that you never truly lived. There was a study done, a hospital study, on 100 elderly people facing death close to their last breath. They were asked to reflect about their life's biggest regret. Nearly all of them said they regretted not the things they did, but the things they didn't do, the risks they never took, the dreams they didn't pursue. I ask you, will your last words be, if only I hit, hey, you, wake up. Why do you exist? Life is not meant to simply work, wait for the weekend, and pay rent. No, I don't know much, but I know this. Every person on this earth has a gift. And I apologize to the black community, but I can no longer pretend. Martin Luther King, that man never had a dream. That dream had him. See, people don't choose dreams. Dreams choose them. So the question I'm getting to is, do you have the courage to grab the dream that picked you, that befits you and grips you? Or will you let it get away and slip through? You know, I learned a fact about airplanes the other day. Now, this was so surprising. See, I was talking to a pilot and he told me that many of his passengers think planes are dangerous to fly in. But he said, actually, it is a lot more dangerous for a plane to stay on the ground. I said, what? Like, how does that sound? Well, he said because on the ground, the plane starts to rust, malfunction, and wear much faster than it ever would if it was in the air. As I walked away, I thought, yeah, makes total sense. Because planes were built to live in the skies, and every person was built to live out the dream they have inside. So it is perhaps the saddest loss to live a life on the ground without ever taking off. See, most of us are afraid of the thief that comes in the night to steal all of our things. But there is a thief in your mind who is after your dreams. His name is doubt. If you see him, call the cops and keep him away from the kids, because he is wanted for murder, for he has killed more dreams than failure ever did. He wears many disguises, and like a virus will leave you blinded, divided, and turn you into a kinda. See, kinda is lethal. You know what kinda is. It's a lot of kinda people. You kinda want a career change. You kinda want to get straight A's. You kinda want to get in shape. Simple math, no numbers to crunch. If you kinda want something, then you will kinda get the results you want. What is your dream? What ignites that spark? You can't kinda want that. You gotta want it with every part of your whole heart. Will you struggle? Yeah, you will struggle, no way around it. You will fall many times, but who's counting? Just remember, There's no such thing as a smooth mountain. If you want to make it to the top, then there are sharp ridges that must be stepped over. There will be times you get stressed and things you get depressed over, but let me tell you something. Steven Spielberg was rejected from film school 3 times. 3 times, but he kept going. The television execs fired Oprah, said she wasn't fit for TV, but she kept going. Critics told Beyonce that she couldn't sing, she went through depression, but she kept going. Struggle and criticisms are prerequisites for greatness. That is the law of this universe and no one escapes it. Because pain is life, but you can choose what type. Either the pain on the road to success or the pain of being haunted with regret. You want my advice? Don't think twice. We have been given a gift that we call life, so don't blow it. You are not defined by your past. Instead, you are born anew in each moment, so own it now. Sometimes you gotta leap and grow your wings on the way down. You better get this shot off before the clock runs out, cause ain't no overtime in life, no do-over. And I know I sound like I'm preaching or speaking with force, but if you don't use your gift, then you sell not only yourself, but the whole world short. So what invention do you have buried in your mind? What idea, what cure, what skill do you have inside to bring out to this universe? Uni meaning one, verse meaning song. You have a part to play in this song. So grab that microphone and be brave. Sing your heart out on life's stage. You cannot go back and make a brand new beginning, but you can start now and make a brand new ending.
Powerful video, yes?
Yes.
Very powerful. You know, we don't. Most of the world's population, they don't live life on their terms. They don't design and create and live a life worth living. They don't attempt to live their very best life. And I am so passionate about this particular topic because I want to change that. I believe that we deserve it. Our children deserves it. Our family, those that we love, deserve to see us live our very best life. Our clients need to see us, and they also need to live their very best life. That's what a change maker is. A change maker is somebody who's willing to change their circumstances, their life, and to change the lives of everyone around them, including their clients. Because we all know that there is better than here. We know this. But yet, most refuse to go there. Right? Whatever that there looks like, every single one of us is very different. The there is different for every single one of us. But the common denominator is always that people aren't willing to go from here to there. That's the common denominator. You see, I have found that in your last hours, you'll be disappointed. You'll be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the things you actually did do. I am on a mission to, when I go home, when I go to heaven, because that's where I want to go, and I meet my Father, when I meet my Creator, I will look at Him and say that every single superpower, every single gift, I'm coming home and I don't have any more gifts, any more superpowers that He gave me, because I used them all. I used everything that He gave me and lived my very best life. I used everything that He gave me and I use it on other people. I did the work. I did the calling. I stepped up. I led. I started, and I refused to give up. That's what I would tell him. And then my Father will look at me and say, my son, you did great work. You can rest now. That's exactly what's going to happen to me. And I want the same for you. So who wants to make it rain like a hurricane? Who wants to make it rain like a hurricane? Type in hurricane if you want to make it rain like a hurricane. Type in hurricane.
Not so sure about a hurricane.
We don't just make it rain, Drina. We can't just make you gotta make it rain like a hurricane, you know what I mean? We don't want just little droplets and be like, oh, it's raining. No, like we want it typhoon. I speak this way is because action takers are money makers. Action takers are money makers, right? And we have a gift, and a lot of people waste their gifts and talents away. We do. We want this dream life, but yet we refuse to live a life that requires it, to take courage and take risk to achieve it. And I am on a mission to change that. I'm on a mission to change lives. Like I had said before, for me, it's not about making millions of dollars anymore. It's about helping millions of people make millions. And I'll walk you through how I'm in an alignment with that, okay? With everything that I do, how I'm in total alignment with that. I'm all in. For those that show up and to start the relationship with me and continue the relationship with me, you will see that I'm in alignment. And I'm going to show you some examples and case studies of that. And one of the ways that I'm in alignment with that is how I've structured my company, my offer, right? And following these 3 steps. And I want to show you guys the passion to profit funnel today so that you can also model, right? And for me, even if you want to copy me, I'm 100% okay with it because we have a relationship, right? Some people don't like you to copy them, but for me, if we have a relationship and you are going to be on my team to go out to the world and you're committed, just like me, to be a force for good, then copy me. But at the very least, model after me and model after other people who are successful. Because that's the goal, is how can you collapse how can you collapse time? How can you turn decades into days? This December will be my 19th year as an entrepreneur, as a business owner. I have a lot of experiences. I have a lot of successes, a lot of failures in there. Made a lot of money, lost a lot of money. I possess so many things. I'm so valuable to life and to people because of all of those things. I possess things, and I know you guys do as well. But the problem is most people don't take that to the world. That's the problem. And we need to stop that. We are a gift. We have gifts. We have superpowers. We have strengths. We have skills. We have things that we know, things that we love, that somebody else needs. Do you remember that movie, Catch Me If You Can? Right? Where he pretended to be all of these things, right? A pilot, pretended to be a professor at BYU. And when they caught him, they asked him, how did you do it? How did you do this? He was teaching at BYU. How did you become a professor? How did you do that? He said, all I needed to do was be 1 chapter ahead of them. That's it. Remember his answer? I needed just to be a chapter ahead of them. That was it. Right? So you don't need to be 1,000 steps ahead of your clients. You don't need to be 30 chapters ahead. You just need to be 1 chapter ahead of them. There are over 8 billion people now in the world. There's a lot of people who need help. And you have it. You have what it takes. You have it within you now. Right? And selling is just a transfer of energy. That's all it is. It's just showing your passion, your emotions about the thing that you love. You're doing the thing, you're being the thing. And somebody wants to do the thing and be the thing just like you. That's it. That's all it is. And you're inviting, you're not selling them. You're inviting them to join you, to come along. That's it. So again, welcome to today's web class. Today's web class is about cold to sold. I'm going to walk you through how to take people who does not know you, which is the case. You should. How do you build a business, a predictable, sustainable business to take an audience from cold to sold? And the 3-step approach is win hearts, win heads, win handshakes. Win hearts, win heads, win handshakes. The passive profit funnel consists of 5 steps and 3 parts, right? Your top of funnel, that's where you win hearts. When people see you for the first time, just like Zig Ziglar taught me, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. I want you to, every output that you create, your mass production of content goes out, and I want you to be authentic, be vulnerable, care. When you share things, I don't want people to just hear you and see you. I want them to feel you, that you care. You win hearts that way, right? When there's awareness around you and your brand at the very first glance, they feel you. And this is where you take an audience who are just people who see you for the first time. They're just people at this point. And your job is to capture their heart right away. Because once those, and not everybody you're going to capture, and we get that. Your job isn't to capture everyone. Everyone is not your clients. But the ones that do, the ones that connect with you, because again, we're in the connection, we're in the experience age, we're not in the information age anymore. When people see you for the first time and you don't try to win their heart, then you're still stuck in the information age. You're still sharing frameworks and methods and things like that and strategies that you've done, and you're just sharing information. You're not standing out among the crowd. You have to win hearts. And then when they connect with you, then your job is to take them from top of funnel to middle of funnel. Then our job then is to win heads. Right? You've already won their emotions. Now we're talking to their logical part of their brain. To go from awareness to interest, to go from seeing you, taking an audience that's just people, to prospect. Now you want them to get to know you. And then from there, you want to create things for them to consume. Because in about 8 years ago, the advertising world, and in terms of client journey and engagement, shifted massively. And it's shifted even more in today's world now, in the marketplace now. Before, somebody would watch a video or engage with a brand about 7 times and they would actually buy. Now it's like 27 times. Why? Because there's so much information out there that they're sifting through to figure out what's the right information, what's the right information for them. And then the ones that decide to say yes to a brand is because that brand made them feel a certain way. Again, it's all about experience. They experience the brand a certain way and they never go back to how they used to do things. A good example of this is Airbnb. Airbnb has been around for a long time, and I didn't start using Airbnb till honestly about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. Always been a hotel guy. Wherever I go, I always looked at hotels, 4-star, 5-star hotels. That's how I stayed. Never did the Airbnb thing until my wife said, let's check this. We had a big group going, right? Our family was growing. So she said, what, this is a beautiful house. So overlooking the hills in California. Why don't we just check it out? Let's try this Airbnb thing. We did it. And I have never, so I go to Airbnb first now when I travel. And I find the coolest spots. Why? Because the experience was there, right? The experience is there. People are the same way. The reason why you have to touch them 27 times now is because they know that a lot of people are creating a lot of information, but they're going to go with the ones that give them the best experience, right? Your job then is to win heads by once they come to get to know you, then your job is to take them from prospect to potential, take them from interest to decision to like you, because that's where it starts. In order for them to say yes to you, because there's 4 types of yeses, right? The first yes is I connected with you enough where I want to spend time with you. And after I spend time with you, I get to know you, I want to spend more time with you. That's a second yes. And once they spend time with you, then now when they like you, that's when they're ready to at least say, you know what, I'm ready to spend money with you. That's a third yes. And then your job is to take them to your bottom of funnel. This is where it all makes sense to them. Emotionally, there's connection. Logically, it makes sense. Then they're ready to take action. Then your job is to inspire action. How do you inspire action? Your job is to then take them from here to there. Mentally, emotionally, not physically yet, because they're still here. Your job is to see what it's like when they do take action. At the same time, to also future pace them to what it's like if they did not take action. What's the cost of action and what's the cost of inaction? That is how you inspire action. Then you take them from potential to participant, because then at that point in time, you have built rapport, you have position yourself as an authority, you have established trust. They're most receptive to hear your offer. And as a matter of fact, they want you to make an offer. And an offer that, write this down, an offer that you don't make is an offer they cannot take. An offer that you don't make is an offer they cannot take. That's the 4th step. Once they become participants, once they say yes to you, the first 4 steps are 6-figure, 7-figure moves, activities, right? That is just sales is a 6-figure activity. Marketing is a 7-figure activity. But if you really want to build an 8-figure, 9-figure business, you have to do 8-figure, 9-figure activities. And that goes to the 4th yes, which is getting them to spend more money with you, right? And the only way you can get people to spend more money with you is because you help them get a result from the time that they said yes to your offer. Your whole mission is, how can I get you this result, right? And you want to start working with people who want that result. There's got to be an alignment. And you show up, help them get that result. They do the work, they get the result. Now you have really, not only do they trust you, now that they believe you, to the point where, because you delivered, and then you make them another offer that will get them to the next level, and they can't refuse that offer because you already proved yourself already. You've earned the right for them to not only just spend money with you, you've earned the right for them to spend more money with you, right? And that is the passion of profit funnel. So let's look at the very first part, and I'll use some examples of this. So this is where you create content, right? Short form, long form content. This is where you JV with people. This is where you speak on stages. This is where you pump out a lot of content, a lot of lead magnets you give people for free, right? You're creating content for people to see you for the first time. Content machine, one of the things that we're going to be covering at our bootcamp here, how to actually create a ton of content so that you are seen, so that people see that you're touching people all the time, and every piece of content that goes out there is already adding the value to them. It's already impacting them. It's already in alignment with them, right? Most time people used to take action once they see you 7 times, they would take action. Now it takes a lot longer. So you have to create quite a bit of content for people to see you, right? So one of the things that we have, went all in is YouTube. We are diving all in, putting 2 to 3 long form content every week, 5 shorts every week. The second traffic source is we're spending money on ads, right? On Facebook mainly, and then we'll be doing YouTube next. All in. We're great. This is going to be a very predictable business to drive traffic. That's what we're doing. And then we'll be speaking on stages as well soon here. I'll be reaching out to people to speak to them, to their audience, people who already have audiences, right? JV partnerships. So the 3 main traffic sources that I am going to, and I'm focusing on with our business is ad spend, is JV partnerships, and then creating organic through YouTube. That's my top 3 traffic source that we're going all in on. We're diving deep into it. We're going to master it. And at the same time, we will show you how to do it, right? As part of our community, part of our tribe, part of our coaching experience. So that's what we're doing. So now let's talk about you guys. And again, every piece of content that we create is all designed to win hearts, right? It's all designed to add value, not advertise. We want them to see us as advertisers. We want them to see us, but then we want to capture them by winning their hearts, by shifting from advertising to add value. So what are you doing right now? What are you going to be focusing on for traffic? Let's start there. And stop. And we're going to, everything that we share here, everything that we do today, when I show examples of every single one of these steps, right? Because we're going to talk about 5 steps here, right? Going to people, to prospect, to potential participant, to promoter. I want us to stop dabbling, right? We know that one of the things that Tony taught me is repetition is the mother of skill, and mastery is the father, right? If you really want success, you want to live life on your terms, you want you to live your very best life, we have to stop dabbling. We have to go all in. We have to be like General Cortez, who at 1537 brought about 600 people, half of them were slaves, to an island. And the very first task that he told his men to do, his soldiers to do, about 300 soldiers, the rest are all slaves. He said, burn the boats. We're going to win or we're going to die. There's no going back. That is mastery, right? So I gave you 3 examples of that. All in on YouTube, mastery. We're going to master it until our YouTube channel grows, our watch time grows, our subscriber grows, and then becomes a lead source, traffic source for our business, to grow our school community, to grow our laptop lifestyle tribe, and then to grow our masterminds, and to grow our web classes, and to grow our people who join our coaching experience. Second is JVs. We're reaching out to those who have a list, who have a big following, who have a client base, who need us, that we can complement them, our program complement them, and work out a JV structure. And then third is spending money on ads. Putting $1 into a machine like Facebook ads and YouTube ads and getting a 2 or 3x return on ad spend. Because if we can do that and we can show you how, now you can really build a predictable, scalable business. Because why would you not put as much money into this machine as possible if it spits out 2 or 3 times minimum return on your ad spend? You would, with infinite amounts. If you want to make $4 million, if you're getting 4x return, you put $1 million into this machine. If you want $3 million, you get a 3x return on your ads right now, you put $1 million into it. It's very predictable. So what are you going to do for traffic? We'll start with, we'll start with Drina, who's in her prime. Gentlemen, she's in her prime. We're going to rewire her brain,
You are.
saying that she's old. She's not. She's not old. She's in her prime. So, Drina, what are you doing for traffic? Let's go.
Well, I go to networking groups here in Las Vegas a lot. I get a lot of people who look at what I've done with my book and suicide and homicide and the harm in between. Some of them buy into that, and I put them on the list, and that's my traffic, majorly.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And how's it going?
How's it going?
How's it going? Are you hitting the results that you want?
Well, I'm building with somebody here who has connections with governors and people like that, and he's asked me to put together a class that he's going to market to teachers and governors to get my end suicide and homicide and the harm in between going. And it's a process. It's probably going to take 90 days. That's what we decided.
Okay. So it's a process. So that is one traffic source. We're gonna. I like that you talked about your book. We'll talk about books here in a little bit. We'll talk about the second step, which is, once people see you, getting them from people to prospect, right? And what do you give them, right, to build your list? So you already mentioned that, which is great. You're on your way, but now we're going to I want to put the fuel to this fire that you already started, and so that you can accelerate, you can, be on fire every day. You know what I mean? Because I know that this is what you're passionate about. The key here is it's about passion. It's about being on fire every day. It's not just about getting up and doing the thing, right? It's about getting up, doing the thing passionately. That's being on fire. That's how you make it rain like a hurricane. You know what I mean? So now my question is, what other traffic source are you going to do other than that?
Well, when I get some help, and I keep holding off on that because I'm not quite sure as to whether or not I'm going to be the one training an assistant, or whether my partner Andy would train them and move in that. And that's the way I'll go there. So we're finished with me. Move on to the next person. Yes, thank you. Here, I'm going to mute myself.
Yeah, sometimes answering these tough questions gets you to think, right? Gets you uncomfortable, which is great. And again, if you want to change, if you want something to change in your life, we have to get uncomfortable. Because here's the thing: what we don't realize, and we know it logically, emotionally, we know it. It's already uncomfortable where we're at. So why stay there? If it's already uncomfortable, why not keep continuing getting uncomfortable, but at least getting uncomfortable trying to get there? Right? It's the same feeling, the same emotion, the same thing that's happening. We're already uncomfortable. Why continue staying still? Why make it uncomfortable even more? Or you might find out that you're not really that uncomfortable if you start trying to get to there. Because we know that there is better than here. We know this. So we'll have a conversation about that, Adrena, teams, and all that stuff. Okay, Anton or Herb, what about you guys? What are you going to focus on for traffic? Because you have to focus less on multiple products and focus more on multiple traffic sources. We're going to talk about products here in a little bit. My goal is to teach you guys how to build a $5,000 offer minimum. The very first offer, when people spend time with you and spend more time with you, the very first offer that you make to them for them to spend money with you is at least a $5,000 offer. That's my goal. So those of you who are already part of our coaching experience, we're on the boot camp tomorrow, which is our next boot camp. We're going to spend about 4 or 5 hours together there tomorrow. We're going to do a deep dive of your business, and you're going to leave that boot camp with a $5,000 offer. Who likes that? Yes. Type in the chat, say, I like a $5,000 offer. So if you're thinking about, my God, I've never thought about selling a $5,000 offer, then great. It's going to be a treat for you at the boot camp. All right. Who's Anton? You've unmuted. So let me know, what's your traffic source? Or what are you thinking about traffic? What's your strategy around that?
Yeah, I'm all in on YouTube. Through school, I realized I've been just limiting myself in terms of, putting myself out there. I'm a very private person, but I'm a confident person. But at the same time, it's weird because I did have these limiting beliefs about, there are other people out there that have been doing it longer, have a bigger following and whatnot. But every one of us has a story, an experience, like you mentioned in the beginning of the podcast, or excuse me, the webinar. And God has gifted us with not just unique gifts, but unique life experiences as well. And it hit hard for me. Yeah, it hit hard for me when I heard someone say a similar thing to what you were mentioning about one step ahead or one chapter ahead. They said 10%, which is essentially the same thing, right? You just got to be 10% ahead. And that's it. Was a big wake up moment for me because in my area of expertise, I know that I'm 10% ahead of probably 95% of the population. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe, like, I'm not, I'm essentially doing people a disservice by not offering my gifts and talents. And I'm not going to be ashamed to obviously ask for some kind of monetary exchange, Yeah. So, but yeah, YouTube for me is the thing. I found out that I like teaching. I like speaking. The guy that is kind of sort of guiding me in my YouTube channel is telling me that I tend to talk too much. So I think I'll be okay. I think it's a better problem to have than only have like a minute or two of video. So the long form is what I really like and enjoy doing. That's where I'm headed. Yeah. And I'm committed to, just like you, I'm all in on it. Like I'm learning and reading a couple of books on YouTube. And like I said, trying to perfect it.
And with YouTube, Anton, look, I get it. The problem with today's marketing and sales marketing world is that all these people have big fancy studios. They have all these lights. They have all of these things that, quite honestly, make other people feel small trying to do their thing. And I want to make sure that there's an understanding here, right? That if you compare yourself to somebody like a Tony Robbins or Dean Graziosi, they have these massive, he spent $15 million on his studio. But at the same time, Tony's been in this industry for 48 years, right? Your first step was his first step 48 years ago. So don't compare, right? And stop caring about that. And most importantly, the thing that you have to do is free yourself from the jail that you put yourself in, the jail that cares what other people think about you. That's the jail that you have to release yourself from. Okay? All of us, we've been there. We got to stop hiding. And just like Jamie Kern Lima said to me at Business Mastery 5 years ago, she said, even though authenticity doesn't guarantee success, inauthenticity guarantees failure. You just got to be you. It's okay to turn on a camera and say, I'm a private person, but I'm a confident person. Just like you said here to me. That's okay. Because the people that aren't attracted to the private person, they're not going to come anyways, which is fine. You don't want them anyways. But the ones that hear you say that, they say, oh my God, I am a private person, but I am a confident person just like him. But the difference is he's here. He shot this video and I didn't. Right? He's sharing his message and I'm not. So he's clearly ahead of me. And it could be just one video ahead of them. Do you see what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be, you don't have to be 1,000 videos ahead of them. And you're gonna attract them to you, and they're gonna say, I want to know more. I want to know who Anton is because I want to be just like him.
How did he get to be one step ahead of me?
Yeah.
I want to catch up.
Exactly. I want to catch up.
Yeah.
Again, it's all it is just a party, guys, right? Just like I said, your job is to throw parties. And we want people to walk. I used to live in Minneapolis, and Minneapolis, I had a friend who lived like 3 doors down, right? And I used to live in the hood, right? That when I didn't have money, I was at that part of my life where I didn't have, you know, I had to live. The house I had to buy was in Minneapolis, right? And it wasn't really bad, but it also wasn't really good. You know what I mean? It's one of those neighborhoods, right? And my friend who was 3 doors down, that guy loved to party, right? And literally like Friday, Saturday, party happening at his house. And all he did was he would just play music on a Friday after work. He'd turn on music, he'd sit on the porch, in the front porch. And the crazy part is there would people be, and I would notice that there would be people walking by his house. And then next time they'd walk by again. And all of a sudden, like a couple, 2, 3 times after they walked by his house, I would see them on his porch, right? Hanging out with him, partying with him, right? And all it is, that's the same thing. Your job is just throw parties. And we want people to say, I want to go to that party, right? That's all it is. I want to go to that party. I want to join that laptop lifestyle tribe. I want to go check his YouTube channel, subscribe to his YouTube channel, comment, watch, right? Share. I want to come to his web class. I want to go to his mastermind. Oh my God. Yeah, I want to go to that party. That's all it is. That's all. You're just a cool kid throwing a cool party. That's all it is. Make sense? So yeah, go all in on YouTube. But my invite to you also is if I am doing this again, I would never share anything with you guys that I don't do myself, right? I would also think, and we'll talk more on the boot camp on this, but it deeper because you're part of the coaching experience. I will talk about JV partnerships tomorrow, really deep, right? I want you to go out into the world and go to people who are doing the thing, right? That you can actually complement because you have the thing that could really help their list, their following, their community. And you go in there and you say, look, I want to help. Here's what I have. And I want to partner with you. And you share the profits. And they're going to love you for that because you're helping them change their community's lives. And then third is, yes, we want to spend money on ads. If you love money, you should love spending money on ads. Because if you do it right, if you love money, your job is put $1 in, get at least $2 out. Put $1 in, get $2 out at the beginning. And then get $1 in, all of a sudden you mastered it, you got $3 out. Ooh. Put $1 in, you get $4 out. Ooh, you keep going, right? Predictable, scalable, life-changing business. Okay? So I love to all in on YouTube. We'll dive deep into the bootcamp tomorrow and figure out what does all in with you mean. I'm going to show you my all in, right? So this way, let's make sure that you're modeling after that success as well. Okay? Beautiful. Herb, what are you doing for traffic? Top of funnel. How are you winning hearts? How do you get people to see you? What are you going to be focusing on?
YouTube. I'm going to be focusing on YouTube. The type of content I'm going to be putting out on YouTube is like mini webinar type deals. I'll take a framework or a piece of a framework and do a short training on it, or share like a parable story that ties into my offer or a recent framework I taught. Just something to keep it fresh and mixed up. I'm going to do short form content, do like 60-second webinars too. Just like quick 60-second, here's the framework, here's how it breaks down, boom, boom, boom. I'm going to borrow other people's audience, Oprah, like lead magnet exchanges and stuff like that. And as soon as I can, I'm going to start scaling with ads and scale.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Yeah, and you know, and for those who are starting off as well, one of the traffic sources that you probably could put there on your list is the fourth traffic source, or even the second traffic source, quite honestly, for you, is brand outreach, right? Being able to go into communities and starting and nurturing relationships, which we're gonna again dive really deep into that because again, you just have to be a few steps ahead of people, right? And if you're going in and starting conversations, you're going in and posting in these groups, and people are engaging with your content. You got to start having those meaningful conversations and then bring them into side conversations and then ultimately being able to make them an offer. Because again, an offer that you don't make is an offer they can't take. This is one of the biggest failures of people who fail is because they don't make offers.
Right. How would you
And
know when is? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
it's always a great time to make offers. I'm going to answer that right now. Always a great time to make offers, right? And I want you. Have you ever been in a situation that been around somebody who was needy? Have you ever been that right around somebody who's needy? You're like, oh my God, that energy that needy energy pushes you away, doesn't it? Right? Needy energy just totally pushes you away. And the thing I want you to, we're all such badasses. We have so much to give to the world, but yet we play small in a big world. And it's time to stop. It's time to stop being needy. I want you to put yourself in a position where you want to disconnect yourself from the outcome. Disconnect yourself from the outcome. Just do the thing. Just like you see me here doing. Just do the thing. Disconnect from the outcome and put yourself in a position where whether you buy or not doesn't matter. I'm going to continue making offers. That's how I want you guys to operate. But then you say, wait. See, I want people to buy. I get it. We all want people to buy. But we don't need that person to buy. Does that make sense? We want people to buy, but we don't need that person to buy. Don't be that needy person because it'll push them away anyways. You be that person that says, you know what, whether you buy or not, I'm going to be here. I'm going to continue doing my thing. I'm going to find my tribe. I'm going to find the people who are grateful for the things that I'm teaching them. I'm going to find people who want to accelerate their success. I'm going to find those high ticket buyers because they're out there. And I want people to buy, but I don't need you to buy. Yeah? Okay? Because I'm going to continue making offers, baby. Make sense? And there's never a good time. It's always a good time to make offers. Okay? So we'll do a deep dive more. So now my question to you guys is then you're seen. That's the first thing. If you are not doing things to get seen, it stops there. It ends there. You might as well go do something else. If you're not attempting, if you're not making a priority to be seen, because it's not going to work. But once you have committed, I'm going to build my YouTube channel, I'm going to do JVs, I'm going to do brand outreach, I am going to spend money on ads to get seen. Then my second thing is, let's make sure that we don't send them to somewhere that sucks. Right? So now you take this audience who sees you for the first time, you won their hearts because that's what you do, you care, and you want to share things right away that really captivates them. They listen to the thing that you just shared. They're like, oh my God, I want to come to this. Where is it that you're taking them now? Right? How do you start the relationship? Right? Is the middle funnel. If there's interest, how do you start the relationship? And there's really only three ways. The first way is obviously community, right? Your Facebook group, your school community. That's the first way. Second way is by giving them a lead magnet, which I heard you had talked about, giving lead magnets. And by the way, the reason why I run our mastermind every week live, and you're like, why is Cease giving so much value? One, because I love giving value, but at the same time, I'm also killing two birds with one stone. because I'm turning my masterminds and my web classes into content. I'm also turning them into lead magnets. I want to have a library of mini courses that we're just going to send out to the world and give to people, right? That's why we're doing it. Because just like you guys said, you want to grow your YouTube channel. One of the best ways to grow your YouTube channel is obviously to create content. So you have two options to create content. You either turn on the camera, you're by yourself in a room, right? Record the thing, or on your phone recording the thing. But then the third option is just inviting people to the thing so you can deliver value just like this and turning that into your content, both short and long form content. And to me, doing it the third way is better. Why? Because there's energy here. There's people here. And I need to do the thing anyway, so why don't I do it this way? Does that make sense? Why would I just not do it this way? That's why I do this, so you guys understand that. And man, if I look back at my videos, even just like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, those videos versus this video, I'm like, oh my God, like I've grown. That's how you grow. Michael Jordan didn't win 6 championships by getting up out of the couch, sitting on the couch, eating Cheetos, and getting up and saying, I'm going to go win 6 championships. He shot 30,000 shots in the NBA. But did you know that he shot 4 million shots to make sure that those 30,000 shots count? 4 million shots in his 15-year career just to make those 30,000 shots count while he was playing the game. See, you're rewarded in public for what you do in private, right? So then the third way is obviously bringing people directly to like a webinar like this, a web class like this, having people book a call, having people register for your challenge, having people register for your boot camps, right? If there's an alignment of the message and the timing's right, whether it be a free challenge, whether it be a free web class, whether it be a free boot camp or free book a call, discovery strategy calls, whatever that is, or even a low ticket or free with an upsell, it doesn't matter. That's a third way, bringing people into the place, right? So that's an option. I like community. That's my thing. Why? Because the way we are structuring our communities is literally, I want to start the relationship that way. And how I win heads is saying, hey, I've created everything for you to consume in 30 days. On purpose, we did this. Why? Because consider the community for me as a filtration system to filter out those who really should not be our clients anyways. That's what it allows me to do. And when they come to our community, that's where we say, hey, 30 days, you have access to this, go do the thing. And once you learn the thing that you need to learn, everything that we created for you, either 4 things happen, because what I'm looking for are action takers. I'm looking for doers, right? Because my thing is your life, my life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's actions. So what I'm looking for is those who are wanting a dream life, but also willing to do something about it. And that doesn't mean that they're going to say yes to my offer. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I need them to do something. I need them to either, after learning what it takes, being 30 days in our community, saying, you know what, thanks for sharing all this. I realize, recognize, identify that this is not for me. So I'm going to go away. I'm going to go do something else. Because I believe that time is the most precious resource we have. And once we spend it, we lose it. So I want people to actually go away. Second, I want people who recognize that they are never going to take action, regardless of what information is given to them, whatever strategies. They want to stay the same. They want change, but they're not doing what's required to change. I want them to also go away. Because this isn't for them. The third person, I want people to say, you know what? after everything that you just gave me, I can actually do something with this. Perfect. I want them to go do something with it. Maybe they're not ready to move forward. Maybe they have decided that, you know what, they can literally attempt this on their own. That's great. I want them to go do it on their own. I want them to find a way on their own. And at the same time, right, they're not going to be part of our community as well. But what I'm looking for is the fourth person. The fourth person says, you know what, I appreciate everything you have started a relationship, built a relationship, established trust. You definitely know what you're doing. And I want the directions. I don't want to attempt this on my own. I want the coaching. I want the answers. I want to borrow your belief. I want to borrow your strategies. I want to borrow the things that you are doing so that I don't have to figure out on my own, because the steps are very clear, right, guys? Your job is to borrow. Your job is to sell. Your job is to pay that debt back. And then your job is to then live out of the rest. That's it. Because sometimes you don't have the confidence. Sometimes you don't have the certainty. Sometimes you don't have the belief. You have to borrow that. And that's what coaching does. It allows you to borrow those things. And then you sell. You have to sell. Otherwise, you spent money, energy, time borrowing something that you did nothing with it. And once you sell, you can then pay off the debt, and then you can live off the rest. That's it. Right? So my question to you is, where are you taking them after they see you? What are you guys going to do? Is it number one, which is community? Second is lead magnets. Third is webinar, web class. What are you doing? And you can do it all. You can do it all. Go ahead, Anton.
For me, it's definitely going to be the community. I think that, back in the day before school, which I still think is absolutely revolutionary in terms of surrounding yourself with positive people, because that's been around for a long time. A lot of very successful people said your net worth is the sum of your network, etc. The top 5 people, etc. So now school gives you access to like thousands of like-minded people. I do believe that some people, might be able to figure it out with the help of a community. And that's a great addition to what used to be only one option, which is you either figure it out on your own or you go spend a whole bunch of money with a coach. And I think it adds a tremendous amount of value for someone that comes to our communities. And we as coaches are welcoming them and saying, hey, listen, I'm rooting for you to figure this out on your own with the help of everybody else in here, and encourage that person, as long as everybody else, like I'll be, rooting for you, encouraging you, helping you out to a certain degree. And then, hey, if you do decide that what you were saying in the beginning of the Zoom, that if you want to compress the time even more, then definitely reach out to me, and then I'll help you, become successful in 2, 3, 5, 10 times faster. Because let's just say Jordan was genetically gifted from birth, which he was, and he does have the work ethic, but and same thing with LeBron and all the big stars, like they have multiple coaches they're spending money on, and chances are they could have done it on their own without the coaches, because they're not stupid people and they're gifted and they're talented and they have money, but they chose to spend money on a coach. And so we're looking for the types of people that are absolutely at a point in their life where it's like, hey, I've been doing things this way up until now, and maybe I've made some progress, maybe I've made no progress, right? But I'm ready now to get serious about it. I mean, again, going back to like an example of an athlete, you have a certain amount of shelf life, right? Imagine if, these guys were obsessed with doing it on their own because they know they have the talent and the hard work ethic, but it took them like 10 years longer to figure it out on their own. Like they wouldn't have been the stars that that they are now, if they hadn't accelerated their success by utilizing a coach, a mentor, or what have you. So
Yeah.
for me, it would definitely be my school community. I would absolutely be hoping that, hey, you know what, I would love for you to figure it out on your own with the help of all the other people here in the community. And I'll interview in my YouTube channel, because it's a rare
Yeah.
feat. I believe maybe like 1 out of 20 people probably can do that. And then the rest of the people, by seeing how I'm non-judgmental, I'm not, I'm not holding anything back. That's how you show them that you care, right? Like what we were saying again in the beginning of the Zoom.
Correct. Yeah, I favor community, and the reason for me as well is that in the community it allows us to people are so decision fatigued. They really are. They're just so tired of making decisions, and the community gives them a safe place to make safe decisions, because people are decision fatigued. There's so much information out there that, and the unfortunate part in the marketplace right now is the best marketers are winning. But that doesn't mean that the best marketers are actually the people that can get them the best results. That's the problem, right? So a community allows you to step up and say, I am the best person that can get you there. And they're witnessing it. Right? They're witnessing it, they're feeling it, they're seeing it, they're learning it, so that they can make that decision, not be fatigued with a decision. It gives them a really safe place to make a decision. I 100% favor that. Okay. At the same time, whether it be a community or a lead magnet first that allows you, because both those things allow you to build a list. It allows you for people to give you their information, right? To start the relationship and then to nurture the relationship. But then now your job is to help them make decisions, right? And the decision is always, for me, it's always either go away, right? If this isn't really, we have identified clearly that this is not for you, because you're learning what it takes to actually do this, but you're not going to do the thing that's required to make that happen, to make your dream happen. Then go away, go spend time on something else, right? So that you're not wasting your time. Or make a decision to do something about it. At least not make sure that please don't stay the same, right? That's you want to tell them, please don't stay the same. The world needs, and if you want to stay the same, then I encourage you, one of these days you're going to wake up really regretting that you did absolutely nothing with my information or other people's information, that's given to you. You didn't tap into your highest potential. At least get to make sure that they at least find a way, that they continue to take action. You bless them to go do it, right? Go do the thing. You help them make decisions. And if they decide to say, you know what, no, this is for me, then your job is to help them make decisions that move them now closer to achieving their dream, right? And how I do that is I love webinars. I love web classes. I love bringing people to our community and then bringing people to our webinars that I have decided now to run, every single week like this, right? We call it the web class. And before we used to do, and you're going to see us launching challenges where we'll do a monthly challenge as well. When we're spending money on ads to drive traffic to the web class, to the weekly web class, we're driving traffic to our community. We're driving traffic to our lead magnet, bring people into our community and getting them here on the web class. We're driving traffic into the community and getting them onto our challenges that we're going to run every month, right? 3-day, 5-day challenges. We'll be doing immersive experience as well, 1 day maybe, or 4-hour experience where we bring people in there as well, right? Why is that? Because here's the thing, immersion equals conversion. Write that down. Immersion equals conversion. Okay. I want to teach you how to sell at least a minimum of $5,000 offer. And the $5,000 offer is not going to be sold on a sales page. It's only going to be sold on an immersion. Whether it be a 90-minute, 2-hour webinar like this, whether it's on a 4-hour immersion, a 1-day immersion, a 3-day challenge, a 5-day challenge, a strategy call. It doesn't matter. That's immersion. Because immersions allow you to showcase your talents, your skills. They get to see you, they get to feel you, they get to know you, right? They get to know what you're all about, who you really are. That's what immersions do. And that's where immersion will allow you to sell a $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 offer. Okay. So those are the thing, right? You have a challenge, some type of immersive event, workshop, 4 hours and above is what we consider a workshop event. A challenge, 3-day, 5-day challenge, where you spend an hour and a half, 2 hours a day with them for 3 days or 5 days, or being able to schedule a call. Because then your job then is to really build that relationship and quite honestly, help them make a decision to either go away, do something about it, or follow the way. That's it, the 3 things. And then you talk to them and say, please don't just stay the same though. Because there's only 4 things you could do. You either go away, you either stay the same, you either find a way, or at least follow the way. Model after success. And what you're looking for are people who have a dream. You're looking for people who have made a decision to pursue that dream. You made a decision, you found a person that wants to get directions so that they don't have to try to figure it out on their own. They want to get to that destination and they are looking for directions to get there. You're looking for people who are willing to do something about it, who have the desire, but also have the willingness to do it. And then you're looking for people who have the dedication to never, ever give up. That's what you're looking for. That's how you work with winners. And we'll be covering that on our web class next week, where we talk about how to, work with winners, right? How to identify who are winners, okay? So for me, I like to do that on a webinar, and I need to find out who those people are. Or do you have a dream? You made a decision to pursue it? Are you looking for directions? Or are you going to continue down this path trying to figure it out on your own and never get there because you haven't been getting there for 2 years, right? Are you looking for directions? If they're continuously doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, then they're not your ideal client anyways. So then you might as well send them away, right? So that's what I do. I love webinars. And I believe that you guys, you should do all those things. You should do challenges. You should do workshops. You should have people book a call with you for sure. But I love the one-to-many model and I love the webinar model. I think you should start there first. If you, especially starting off, it's a lot easier to manage webinar, one-to-many. And then I would at least also potentially do a one-to-one type call, but make sure that you put some type of a video or something like that in front of that call before they can book, right? So they're not wasting your time, that you can actually filter those out who shouldn't be booking the call anyways. But I'm in favor more of the webinar model because it's easier to do, right? It's a lot easier to do. And then you could graduate yourself to the challenge, monthly workshops, right? Don't take it all at one time because you're going to overwhelm yourself. And when you overwhelm yourself, you're not going to do anything with it, right? So pick that one avenue first, okay? And then your job is to obviously make offers. Just like I said, the goal here is to be in front of people to make offers. Offer that you don't make is an offer they can't take. Every time, it's always a good time to make an offer. Always a good time. And once they say yes to you, right? Then if you really want to build a very powerful brand, you got to make sure that you take them from participant to promoter, right? And one of the things that you do during your webinars and why you make offers, why it's always a good time to make offers, is because I look at my history in my 19 years of success, is that I attribute my success, right, to this, that I never took excuses, I always took action. And that's what you want to get your people to say as well. Get people to take action. Try to find a way, or find a different avenue, or follow you. That's it, right? or go do something else that would benefit them more than what they're trying to do now because they found out that this isn't for them. Right? Okay. And then your job is to make them participant. Once they say yes, your job is you want to build a brand, you get them results. That is why for us, my one thing is when I make the offer, I create the deliverables, which is what we're going to talk about and do a deep dive in the boot camp here tomorrow. I want to make sure that you're building your offer and your deliverables to the point where you still love your life. I want to make sure you're not doing deliverables and at the same time you're hating your life in the process. You're killing yourself in the process. Your deliverables have to be in alignment with how you want to live. Because remember, design your life, then design your business. So I want you to help people get results with your deliverables. Because people won't spend more money with you unless you help them get the result on that first offer. So for us is for you guys to at least make a 6-figure income to get up to 10K per month doing this with a $5,000 offer. That's what we're going to dive into on the bootcamp tomorrow. And once if I can get you there, then I want to help you go from 6 to 7 figures, right? Then I'm going to make an offer. Then by that point in time, you're going to be like, I'm game. Let's go, because that first offer you gave, I already got my return on that. So yeah, let's go. I want to 10X. I want to go from 6 to 7 figures now. Then I'm going to make an offer, ask you to spend more money with me, but then at that point in time, you can afford to. Very, very important to do. Then that's when you build a massive brand. And then everything then is scalable and predictable. Okay? It's launch, grow, and then scale. Right? And that is when I can help you scale. That's when I can scale, is when I can help you scale. Okay? That's our passion to profit funnel. That's it. That's our passion to profit funnel. Anybody have any questions with this? Yeah? Good? All right. Trina, are you here with us?
Yes. I've been listening.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm gonna close this off with I'm gonna give you guys an experience here, because one of the things that we're also going to be covering in depth tomorrow is how you actually present and make offers, because it's so important. And the bootcamp tomorrow will go deep on how to build out your offer, make sure you have all your deliverables, but then we're also going to really dive deep on how to actually make your offer when people show up on. Job is get them to show up to your webinars, but when they show up to your webinars, how do you actually convert them? Okay. So I'm going to use this as an example for you guys here, right? So like Drina, for example, Herb and Anton are part of our change makers coaching experience. You're not. So I'm going to speak to you and they're going to see this as an example. Okay. Our change makers coaching experience is, here's the thing. When you present and make offers, never sell the offer. Always invite. Always invite. Again, remember, just like I said, whether you buy or not, it doesn't matter. I'm going to continue making offers. Right? So, Drina, I'm going to invite you to our change makers coaching experience, because I know that just by hearing the things that I've heard here today, I realize you definitely need help. You need a lot of hand-holding, you need a lot of directions, you need a lot of help, and you need to get help to take this amazing message to the world. And our Changemakers coaching experience is the thing that will get you there. Okay? So when you present and make offers, and we'll train on this bootcamp tomorrow, guys, the ones that are with us, okay? Always start off with the payoff. Everything else doesn't matter. Start with the payoff first. Right? When you present your offer, you have to show the result that they will get by doing business with you. That is the payoff. Okay? That is payoff. That's what you want to look at. First step is always show the payoff. And the payoff of the change makers coaching experience is very, very simple. I am a living example of somebody who has ran a business for 13 years. prior to me going 100% online and feeling like burning out. I was burning out, even though I was successful in business. I felt like I started asking myself those questions of, is this all there is to life? I made all this money, I've achieved, but why do I feel like there's something missing? I feel like fulfillment wasn't there. So I had to shift in a big way. So I said, you know what? I now need to design my life. What does my life look like that I really want to live for the rest of my years? And I found that I want to be able to go where I want, when I want, stay as long as I want, bring as many people as I can, create as much magical moments as possible. Event horizons, I call them. Right? And I design my life. And I live it. I'm the best example of this. We travel quite a bit. We go to events. We are always having fun. I'm living my very best life. I'm living life on my terms. And I don't share this to brag. I share this because I want to be the best example so that I can show you what's possible for you. Right? So that's a change makers coaching experience. It's to show you how to build a life worth living. Fueled by the business you run. Fueled by the business you build. The life you want, the relationship you want, the time you want, the money you want, all fueled by the business you build. And the best business to build is the business where you can, from any corner of the globe, allows you to live, allows you to work, allows you to earn from anywhere. To me, that's freedom. What I sell and what I coach people on is freedom. Not just to launch an offer, not just to start a business, not just to sell a coaching program. No. That's all part of it. But how can you build a business that fuels your dream life? What I call to live the laptop lifestyle. Right? So there's two things here in terms of payoff. There's got to be transformation. You got to show your audience what transformation looks like for them, future pace them. Imagine, what if your life was this way? What if your life was this way? How I've shown you how to live. What if your life was this way? Imagine that. Imagine your business being this way. You also have to show them the result, the vehicle, the thing that's going to get them that transformation. What if your business was this way? What if waking up every single day doing what you love, what you're great at, that you can be paid for because the world needs it? What if that was your life every single day? What would that look like? I'm living it. So if you want to really see what it looks like or feels like, just follow me, right? This is your success path to building a minimum of a six-figure business. Everything that we share with you and we coach you and train you and guide you on as part of our Change Makers coaching experience, if you do it, implement yourself and execute and do the thing that we share with you, without a doubt, you could build a seven-figure business. Because I'm doing it, right? But at the very least, this is designed for you to build multiple six-figure business easily. And that's what we want. That is the result. Build a six-figure business that fuels your dream life. That's a transformation. That is the result. That is the payoff. Okay? And just like I said, what you're looking for and who this is for, change makers are people who want to change their life. They want to change other people's lives around them. They want to impact and change their clients' lives. And they want to change the world. That's why we call it a change makers coaching experience. And what you're looking for is I'm looking for those who are change makers, are ready to say yes to this and should say yes to this, are people who, again, have a dream. They made a decision to pursue that dream. They're looking for directions. They're tired. They don't want to do this on their own anymore. They're willing to take action. And then they're dedicated to achieving and getting to that destination. They're not going to quit. They're not going to give up. That's who this is for. So if this is not you, then this Changemakers coaching experience is not for you. But if you have that, you show up, I definitely will show up for you, right? I just want you to think, what if your life was like mine? What if you were to wake up without an alarm clock anymore? Wake up whenever you want to, go wherever you want to. Just came back from Bali, as a matter of fact, last night, two nights ago, sorry. Said Bali is an amazing time. I have now, in the last 3 weeks, I've been to Singapore, Malaysia, Bali, 3 countries. Next week, I go to Laos. When I run the mastermind there, I'll be in Laos in my mom's house, the house that we just renovated for her. What if your life was like that? What if you were able to build? And then also, what if you didn't take action? What does that look like? So that's the payoff. What if you said yes to this and you actually achieved it? You actually achieved that payoff. And then the second part of making your offer is then you just show the payoff, and that's got to be what they want. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. They shouldn't move forward if that's not what they want. If they don't want to live life on their terms, they don't want to go where they want, when they want, stay as long as they want. They don't want to build a business that they run from online and laptop lifestyle, whatever your thing is, whatever the transformation result that you can help them get. If they don't want that, then it doesn't matter. But if they want that, then the second step is you got to show them the process. You showed them the payoff already. Now you show them the process. The process is basically walking them through why they should do business with you and how to do business with you so that they can get the result of doing business with you. That's the process. Our whole coaching experience is designed to bring your mission to life, to turn your mission into a reality. And it is a mission. You see, with your life experiences, everything that you have gone through, whether you are just one chapter, just a step ahead of your ideal clients or not, you have turned that into a mission, into a movement, into your purpose for living and for doing, for being and for doing, so that you can have. Our job is to turn that mission, bring that to life. We also know that mindset has a lot to do with this, your mindset. That's part of our coaching experience, to get you out of your own way. Some of you guys were like, when I talked about showing you how to build a $5,000 offer, you're like, I didn't even think about a $5,000 offer, right? To figure out what are some of the limiting beliefs that are in the way. Third is mastery, is to give you all the mechanics, the strategies, the things that you can implement, deploy, and execute, and master them so that you don't have to figure out on your own. We're just going to give you a map. Here's a map. Go. And then momentum. Momentum is about being there with you guys every single step of the way so that you take action. Create momentum and hold you accountable if you're not taking action. Because if you're not taking action, you're killing your dream. If you allow me to be in your life, without a doubt, you're going to get to where you need to get to. So that's our coaching experience, right? That's part of the process. We're going to walk you through how to win hearts, build a business to win hearts, win heads, win handshakes. We're going to build a business where you employ, you deploy, you implement the 7-figure moves, which is 5 very simple steps. Start off with lead clarification. Clarify who you are, why you do it, what you do, who you do it for, how you go about doing that. Lead attraction, getting yourself seen. Lead generation, building your list. Lead conversion, running your webinars. Client acquisition, making offers. That's how we're going to build. That's how we're going to coach you on. We're going to show you how to build your business map, going from clarity to content. And then after they see you, are you going to go community? Are you going to go to consume? Are you going to go to convert? And I believe that you should do all 3. But at the very beginning, we're going to show you how to go from content to community first. And then we'll go to content to consume, how I'm doing it, how I'm creating my lead magnets, how I'm creating my content. And then content to convert, to make sure that you create content so that people show up to your webinars. And then get them to say yes. And help them achieve success, and then show you how to build a $25,000, $50,000 back-end offer. That's it. Get it? $5,000 offer front end, $25,000 minimum to a $50,000 to a $100,000 offer on the back end. Make sense? And depending on the price of that offer, it all depends on the payoff, right? Whatever the payoff is. Because if I can get somebody to $1 million, if I could charge them $100,000 for that, why not? Right? Because there's a payoff. We're going to show you how to implement the 7-figure funnel framework, walking your clients through a journey with you, applying your map, your 7 to 7 method. We're going to walk clients through, build everything, show you how to build everything so that you can go through the 5 levels of belief, take your clients through a journey with you of what's possible for them to believe in their own potential, for them to believe in the process, for them to believe in the person you, and then ultimately how to make an offer so irresistible that they believe in the product, because the product will get them the transformation and the result that they want. We're going to show you how to implement the P6 method, how to build how to start and nurture relationships the right way so that you know that when is the right time to actually make the offer. Our passion to profit, what you guys are learning today, how to navigate your clients through a journey with you, going from people to prospect, potential participant to promoter. That's the process. And how to really extract, how to apply the impact and income formula, because these are the 7 steps. We're going to really dive deep in what do you possess, right? How are you living it? What are you living? That's what you should be extracting. And once you extract it, you should be able to package it into an offer, into some type of a course, a coaching program, a workshop, a done-for-you service. How do you put a value to it? How do you charge $5,000 for it? And then $25,000, then $50,000, then $100,000. How do you market it? How do you sell it? How do you teach it? The mission money method, where we're going to extract the strategy you possess. Because again, you paid the price. You paid the price. And you possess strategies, you possess skills, you possess struggles, you've overcome struggles, you achieve success. You have a story to tell. You paid the price, and people need to pay you for it. And turn that into some type of an offer. Right? So that's a process. That's what we're going to become. That's our coaching experience. And then the last step is you show them the plan. Right? You got the payoff. Here's the result of doing business with us. Here's what you get, result in transformation. Here's the process of all the things that we're going to work on to do the thing so that you can get the thing. And here's the thing. We're not even asking you to work harder. We're actually asking you to work easier. We're actually teaching you how to work less. Because if you try it on your own, that's working harder. If you follow the way, it's actually working easier. And you actually get the result. So we're not asking you to be the hardest worker in the world. We're actually trying to get you to work easier than what you've been doing. Because what you've been doing hasn't worked. And then you want to show them the plan. The plan is where you then call them to action. This is where you then remove the risk of doing business with you. You want to share with them all the things that they get as part of the offer. So with this, you get access to our Changemakers Master Course. We took a group of people over 2 days and did a deep dive of their business, helped them build a business with 9 modules and 25 lessons, right? $2,500 value. Second is we have our 7-figure moves, where we did an immersion, took a group of people into an immersion, built their business, showed them how to implement that information and execute. We turned that into a course as well, $2,500 value. So now you got a value with the master course, both Changemaker 7-figure moves master course. It's $5,000 total value. You also get funnel templates, the know you funnel. Once people see you, you got to get people to know you, where you can upload your decision, a PDF file, a checklist, a digital book, an audio file, a mini course. You can upload and give that to the world, give it as much as possible so that people come get it and they can give you their information, helps you build a list, because those who build a list build a business. You also get, with the master courses and the lead generation funnel, that's a $7,500 worth of value. We also have taught you that one-to-one, one-to-many webinars you should do. So we actually give you a like you funnel where you can actually, just like you guys registered for this, you went to a funnel to register. right? Same thing there. We're going to give you that funnel so that you can have people register for your webinars. That's a $5,000 value. So now we're at $12,500 worth of value. You also get access to our Laptop Lifestyle Tribe, this, where you get me to be with me every single week on our Monday masterminds, our Thursday web classes, the stuff that we have in the classroom, our coaching experience. You get to be part of the Laptop Lifestyle Tribe also for the next 12 months as well. We literally want to help you launch if you're launching something new, or take an existing offer and relaunch it so you can grow and get to that 6 figures. And then we'll make you an offer to get you to 7. That's what this whole experience is all about. So part of the Laptop Lifestyle, that's $10,000 value. So now we're at total value of $22,500. You also get access to our boot camps. Every single month, we're going to run a boot camp. Boot camp's going to, depending on how much of a deep dive, it could be anywhere range between 4 to 6 hours. And we're going to really just build your business and see where you're at, take you behind the scenes, what's working for us. And then we're going to see what's working for you, where you stuck at, remove some of those things. And you get 12 boot camps. We run every single month. You get to be with us, an immersive experience. We want you to achieve success. We want you to get the return on your investment. 100%. I want 100% participation. I want 100% results. The only time that you don't get results is when you don't show up, when you don't participate. I will participate. I will be there. Me and my team will be there. 100%, no doubt. And if you show up for yourself, you will get results. You will get the return on your investment. Part of the bootcamp is we're going to walk through the mini webinar method. This is a model that I have actually built out to run webinars. 5 areas that we're going to have. We're going to show you how to master. We'll do a deep dive of this tomorrow on the bootcamp for those of you already part of our experience. So again, with the 7-figure moves bootcamp, that's a $5,000 value. So now you get a total value of $27,500. You get access to our 12 ATMs masterminds. You have to speak, right? Communication turns into cash. So we're going to teach you how to speak. We're going to teach you how to sell from stage. And part of the mastermind is whether you do a virtual stage or an in-person stage, we're going to teach you how to present your offer, present your thing. We're going to teach you how to show what you're doing well, whether it be attraction, whether it be teaching, whether it's monetization, or you're helping people, your deliverables. You're going to share, you're going to give to the community by doing a presentation, by giving back and presenting your presentation. So you get a mastermind, 12 masterminds there as well. It's called the ATMs method, which is basically your job. If you wake up every single day, attract. It's your job is to attract your ideal clients, your tribe, your audience, teach the thing that you happen to be great at, monetize, make offers, and then succeed, help people achieve success. That's it. It's literally that simple. We're the ones overcomplicating it ourselves. So with the mastermind as well, another $5,000 value. So total value of this, everything that you get in here as part of the plan, is part of the process that I just shared with you, all the things that we will show you what to do, give you the way, the blueprint, so that you can get that payoff, is valued at $32,500. Yeah. Let me ask you a question. If I gave you, Herb, let me ask you a question. If I gave you $10, if you give me $10 and I can give you $100, would you take that deal?
Say that one more time.
If I asked you to give me $10, give you $100, would you take that deal?
Every day.
Every day, all day, every day, right? And on Sundays.
Yeah, twice.
If I ask you to give me $100 and I can give you $1,000, then I will give you $1,000. Would you take that deal?
Absolutely. I give you the 100 you just gave me to get 1,000 back.
If 1,000, I give you 10,000 back. Would you take that deal?
Blindfolded.
Blindfolded. If I asked you to give me 10,000 and I give you 100,000, would you take that deal?
Absolutely. No second thoughts. Absolutely.
If I ask you to give me 100,000 and I give you back $1 million, would you take that deal?
I give you 200,000 for 2 million.
Yeah. I want you to look at it this way. Broke people focus on the payout. Rich people focus on the payoff. Broke people focus on the payout, what they're actually going to pay. What is the cost? Because when they look at what they're going to pay out and the cost, everything's expensive. But rich people, they don't focus on the payout. They focus on the payoff. When they actually achieve that payoff, that six-figure business, that laptop lifestyle, that life on their terms, that's what they focus on. So now the payout is worth it because everybody has a value, a different value for all of that, right? When they actually achieve that transformation, achieve that result, the payoff, everybody puts such a value to that payout differently. So I want you guys to not worry about putting a price on your offer. I want you to put a price on the payoff. Does that make sense? And let them be the decision maker. Be like, oh my God, that's worth $1 million. If I live that way, I do that every single day, that's worth $1 million. And then when you go and ask them when you present your offer, when you go and ask them to take you up on the offer, they'll see that that offer is way less than what they were expecting to pay for it because they valued it so high. And our offer, at the same time, one of the things that you have to do is when you show them the plan, one of the plans you have to show is that there's some type of a guarantee. It's very important. And the guarantee positions your offer so that you can actually remove the risk of doing business with you. So the offer that you guys are going to see here comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, 100% money-back guarantee. Yes, I did this for the audience, for you guys. But at the same time, I really did this for me. Because just like our community, when you come join our community for 30 days, you're getting exactly what you need to succeed. We're walking through exactly what it takes to do this. And by that point in time, you can either say, this isn't for me, I'm going to go away, do something else, or I'm going to take this and find a way, be successful on my own, which is great, or I'm going to follow away. You should at least be at the point where be able to be educated enough to make that decision. And this is the same thing. When people say yes to our coaching experience, they have 30-day access to the members area, the funnels. They come to a boot camp. By that point in time, they should know that this isn't for them. They can go away and we will gladly refund their money. Or they can say, you know what? I want to continue this because I know that this is going to get me there because you showed up. And the second part is I did this for me because I perform at a level of excellence that I hold myself on. And if I don't deliver, then you have every right to request your money back, and I'd gladly pay you back every single penny. If you could look me in the eyes and say, "Cease, you didn't deliver. You didn't show up. Request your money back, I'll send it back to you." Then I'm going to ask you how I can improve. That's it. So you remove the risk of doing business with you. So this offer, Drina, $32,500 worth of value. Our irresistible offer for you is only $4,997. So just like I said before, if I gave you $10,000 just using Herb as experience, that payout, I'm asking you to give me $10,000. I'm going to give you $100,000 back. Would you do it? That's the payoff. That's what I should be charging for this, but we're only charging $49.97, paid in full. So if you want that payoff, if you want to live life on your terms, fueled by the business you build, wake up every single day doing what you know and love, impacting people's lives, then this is for you. You have two options to pay, $49.97 paid in full or $4.99 per month. If you look at everything that's on this, everything that you get, if you want to talk about over-delivering, talk about aligning with my mission of helping millions of people make millions, it's right here. It's right in front of you. It's right in front of you. If you can tell me that, hey, everything that you have listed here is not worth $4,997, then let me know what is. I'll go with you. I'll go with you. Okay? But this is worth way more than this. So if you, Drina, if you want to move forward, $49.97 paid in full, then sevenfiguresexpertacademy.com/changemakers. And my team will put that in the chat. That's a paid in full. But if you want to do the monthly, sevenfiguresexpertacademy.com/changemakers-monthly. And you'll be with us for 12 months. I'm going to handhold you every single step of the way. I'm going to be with you every single boot camp. We're going to get you results. That's the key. So if you can see past the payout and look at the payoff, you'll finally get to where you want to go. You'll finally get to the destination that you want. Okay? And I'll leave you guys with this. What is the cost of inaction? Right? Imagine what if you did this and you achieved every single goal. You lived life on your terms. You built the business you can run. You made the money that you wanted to make. And if this at least built you a six-figure business, this is the cost of inaction. You can't really afford not to do this, because if you invested $49.97 yourself and you got a return of $100,000, you built a business that means that you're leaving $95,000 on the table because you did not take action. And at the same time, forget the monetary, you just didn't. The cost of inaction is much greater than just the financial part, right? Waking up one day regretting that you didn't go for it. Okay, so again, $32,000 worth of value. We're gonna be there with you every step of the way. $49.97 paid in full, or $4.99 per month for 12 months. sevenfiguresexpertacademy.com/changemakers is the paid in full, and sevenfiguresexpertacademy.com/changemakers monthly is the $4.99 per month. When you pay this, you get access to our members area immediately, where you can go in and consume the courses immediately. Herb, you've been in there. Talk to me. How has the Change Makers Master Course and the 7-Figure Moves Master Course been?
Phenomenal. I mean, so I started out, whenever I first jumped in, I was in this 18 months to 2 years trying to figure everything out. I was as lost as I was the day I started. I knew a bunch of stuff. I learned a bunch of stuff, but I didn't know how to implement any of it. Within 3 weeks, I had already figured out my messaging, my audience, got my offer ironed out, and launched my first webinar today. 3 weeks. It is phenomenal. If you have anything that you're unsure about, you jump into classes and you take them. It goes at your pace. You do it as you want to, as you please. And the way he's got it set up is he'll do a module. He'll stop in the middle of it, give you 15 to 20 minutes to go take action, come back, and they'll go over everybody else's stuff in the course. And that just gives you more insight on it. Like questions you would think to ask, people are already there asking them for you. And then Cease on top of it, man, he's the king of over delivery. He really is. Anytime that you need him, he's right there. You shoot him a message in school, he'll get back to you within the day. He'll give you whatever insight you need to know. If not, he'll point you in the direction for it. Top notch. I would recommend it to anyone who wants to build an online business. And I'm recommending it to anybody I can.
I appreciate it, Herb. Yes, that I will toot my own horn here that Change Makers Master Course and our 7-Figure Moves Master Course that we have in the members area, by far, it is the best course out there in the world in terms of implementation, because we take you through 9 modules, 25 lessons on the Change Makers, 7 modules and 11 lessons in the 7-Figure Moves. You go lesson by lesson. And it's not just more information that will overwhelm you. It's literally watch the lesson, stop the work, do the work, go watch the next lesson, stop and do the work. Because the course itself will show you how to build what we've been able to build, which is a 7-figure business, quite honestly, by itself. You totally can do it all by yourself, just by watching the course. But we know that the course itself, we position ourselves, I believe that the course is not enough. I want to be there with you guys. Live. Just like I said, immersion is what's conversion, not just sales. Immersions, for me, conversions is making sure that you guys get the results, right? Because I have a personal goal, because if I can get you that result, then I'm gonna make you another offer to get you to the next level, right? That's it, that's why. So that's why we included the 7-Figure Moves Bootcamp and the 7-Figure Moves, or the ATMs Masterminds, 12 of them every single month to be there with you guys. So again, $49.97 paid in full or $4.99 per month.